Welcome to 10 Minutes of Wealth, the show that makes you smarter about money. Let's get into it. Episode 10, The 5 Types of Wealth by Sahil Bloom. What if expanding your idea of wealth could unlock a life that feels richer, calmer, and far more meaningful? In The 5 Types of Wealth, Sahil Bloom challenges the traditional idea that wealth is only about money. The book invites you to look beyond bank accounts and explore the deeper forms of wealth that shape your life. Sahil Bloom is an investor, writer, and educator who has built a reputation for making complex ideas feel clear and actionable. His work reaches millions with practical insights that help people grow in meaningful ways. In this episode, we will walk through the core idea of his book, explore the 5 types of wealth he believes everyone can build, and learn how to start creating a life that feels whole. The core idea. At the heart of the 5 types of wealth is a simple but transformative message. A rich life is never built on money alone. Bloom argues that true wealth comes from developing 5 essential forms of capital: your health, your relationships, your time, your mindset, and your finances. Bloom reminds us that wealth is not something you chase at the end of your life. It is something you build every day through the choices you make and the habits you form. Before we dive in, ask yourself, which parts of your life feel rich and which need attention? Hold that picture in mind as we move into the lessons. Key lesson number 1, physical wealth. Bloom's first type of wealth is physical wealth, because he believes it is the foundation of everything else. Your body is the original engine of your life, and if the engine breaks down, nothing runs the way it should. You can have big dreams, meaningful relationships, and ambitious goals, but without energy and health, they become harder to reach and even harder to enjoy. Bloom encourages you to think of your physical health as a form of capital that grows or shrinks based on your daily choices. Every night of good sleep, every meal that fuels you, or every workout is a deposit. In contrast, every ignored warning sign, every cycle of burnout, every long stretch without rest becomes a withdrawal. A rich life starts with a body that supports you. When you protect your physical well-being, you set yourself up for growth everywhere else. Key lesson number 2, financial wealth. Financial wealth is often the first thing people think of when they hear the word wealth, but Bloom reminds you that money is only one part of a rich life. He sees financial wealth as a tool, not a trophy, something meant to create options and reduce stress. Bloom encourages you to keep things simple, spend less than you earn, save consistently, and invest with patience. These habits may not feel exciting, but they build freedom over time. Even small, steady decisions can shift your financial path in a meaningful way. He also emphasizes defining what enough means for you. Many people chase more money without a clear purpose, which leads to pressure instead of peace. For Bloom, financial wealth is not about appearing successful. It is about creating a stable foundation that supports the life you want. Key lesson number 3, time wealth. Time wealth is the form of wealth most people overlook until they realize how little they truly control their days. Bloom sees time as your most limited resource. You can rebuild your finances or improve your health, but lost time never returns. That is why having ownership over your schedule is a clear sign of a rich life. Bloom encourages you to look honestly at how your days feel. Are you always rushing and reacting, or do you have moments of calm and focus? Time wealth grows when you remove what drains you and protect what matters. Sometimes that means saying no, simplifying routines, or setting boundaries that give you room to breathe. He also reminds you that time feels richer when it aligns with your values. In the end, time wealth is about choosing a life that feels spacious rather than crowded. Key lesson number 4. Social wealth. Social wealth is the richness that comes from the people you trust and the connections that lift your life. Bloom describes it as the friendships, mentors, and communities that support you, inspire you, and help you grow. Money may open doors, but people help you walk through them and shape how meaningful your days feel. Bloom encourages you to see social wealth as something you build through consistent, genuine effort. Small actions matter: checking in, listening well, celebrating others, and offering help when needed. These moments compound over time and create relationships that feel sturdy instead of shallow. For Bloom, social wealth is what makes success feel shared, and life feel less like something you must navigate alone. Key lesson number 5. Mental and spiritual wealth. Bloom's last type of wealth is mental and spiritual wealth, the inner foundation of a rich life. He sees it as the combination of your mindset, your beliefs, and your sense of purpose. It shapes how you handle stress, how you learn from setbacks, and how you interpret your experiences. When this wealth is strong, life feels steadier and more intentional. Bloom encourages you to treat your mind as something you actively cultivate. Simple habits like reading, journaling, reflection, or quiet moments of stillness help you stay grounded. These practices build resilience and clarity over time. For Bloom, mental and spiritual wealth connects the 4 other types of wealth and helps you build a life that feels truly your own. Putting it into practice. Here's how you can turn Bloom's ideas into action and begin building real change. First, choose one type of wealth to focus on this week. Pick the area that feels the most neglected and set one small, clear habit to strengthen it. Second, remove one drain from your life. It might be a late-night screen habit, an unnecessary expense, or a relationship that pulls you off balance. Third, schedule protected time for the things that matter. Block it on your calendar and treat it like an appointment you cannot break. Fourth, track the small wins. A short workout, a calm morning, a healthy money choice, a meaningful conversation. These small deposits are what shift your life over time. And finally, review your progress at the end of the week. Celebrate what went well, reset what slipped, and choose the next area to build. Final thoughts. The 5 types of wealth teaches us that a rich life is built on far more than money alone. It grows from your health, your relationships, your time, your mindset, and your finances working together. Bloom's message is simple. When you invest in all 5 types of wealth, life becomes steadier, clearer, and far more meaningful. And it can do the same for you. Just remember, you do not need to master everything at once. Start small, stay consistent, and maybe true wealth begins the moment you choose to build it on your own terms. Thank you for listening. You just got smarter about money in under 10 minutes. If this episode was valuable to you, you can support us by buying a virtual coffee via the link in the description. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.